Hello my dear students. In the last video we have studied about the various interconversion of states. We have studied the process of melting and fusion. We have studied about condensation. We have even studied about the freezing. We studied about the sublimation. Now we want to study about vaporization. So let us first understand what is vaporization. When a liquid is heated, it starts boiling and its boiling point and turn into gas. This process is called vaporization. Please remember that vaporization takes place only at its boiling point. So it is a very important condition for vaporization that vaporization takes place at its boiling point. So it is very necessary that vaporization takes place at boiling point. Vaporization takes place during boiling. So it is necessary that if there is vaporization, there must be boiling. Now we want to understand one graph today. So explain the following graph for change in the states of water. Let us look at the graph first. See, just have a look at this graph. This graph has two axes. This is your y-axis and this is x-axis. Here on the x-axis we have taken heat energy and on the y-axis we have temperature. You can see the temperature that we have generally taken here is one is 0 degree centigrade temperature, another is 100 degree centigrade temperature. Below 0 degree temperature we have all the negative temperatures. So you can see the negative temperatures here. Then you can see that this is what it represents, the heat energy. As we go from this to right side, actually we are providing heat energy and energy is increasing. You can see that this is the graph that we get for water, and this is the graph we are going to understand one by one, step by step. You can see the various points which are represented here. The first point is A, then B, then C, then D, then E, then F, then G, then H, and then I. You can even see that at point A only ice exists. At point B there is ice. At point C here we have both ice plus water. At point D we have only water. At point E we have water. At point F we have water. At point G we have both water as well as steam. At point H we have only steam. At point I we have only steam. So these are the things that you can keep it in your mind. You can see here I have shown you two heat energies. The first heat energy is known as the latent heat of fusion. Another heat energy is known as the latent heat of vaporization. This latent heat of fusion is between the point of B and D, where ice is converted into water. You can see here that during the conversion of B to D, there is no change in the temperature. Heat is given, but there is no change in the temperature. Here also, when you look at this, between the point of F and H, the heat is given, the heat is provided from this point to this point, but there is no increase in the temperature. So this heat what we give is utilized for a particular conversion, and these are the known as the latent heats, which are known as the latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization. Now let us understand this graph in detail one by one. The given graph is the graph for temperature versus heat energy. We start studying the graph from point A. Let us study about point A. Point A represents the solid state of water. So water is ice at point A. The temperature of ice is less than 0 degrees centigrade or negative temperature in centigrade or Celsius. At some negative temperature, we start giving heat to ice present at A. As we give heat to the ice, temperature of ice goes towards 0. That means temperature of ice increases. 0 degree centigrade from negative. If we keep on giving heat, the temperature reaches 0 degree centigrade. Thus, we can say that ice is at point B. You can see here in this point that, you know, from this point A, we start studying this graph. We start providing heat. So actually, so as we provide heat, the temperature increase, and we reach to the point B. This is what we have studied. We'll study the next part into the next video. Happy learning, my dear students.